Hi, everyone. This is Michele Graglia.
This is Marianne Hogan.
Hi, I'm Adrian McDonald.
I'm Katie Asmith.
Hi, this is Anthony Gasals.
Hi, my name is Meg Morgan.
Hey, it's Jordan Troth.
This is John Ray.
This is Ryan Van Duzer, and you are listening to the Gotta Run Racing Podcast.
Hey everyone, we're back with another Gotta Run Podcast. I'm Norm.
And I'm Jodi.
And we are your hosts for the Gotta Run Podcast. We just came back from Calgary from Meet the Minotaur.
More specifically, Crowsnest Pass, which we'd never been to before.
And it's Canada's only skyrunning event.
It was awesome. What an incredible spot at the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. We wanted to see what this course was all about. So what did we do the couple days before the race, Norm?
We attempted the 10K mini tour.
Now, you used the word attempt. We did complete it and more because although the race was flagged and we were warned in advance, but of course you never know until you get there and you realize what your mistake was. But the two races don't start at the same time. So at the top of the major climb, which was Bluff Mountain, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Bluff Mountain. The main race goes one way and the mini goes back down the hill. Well, they don't mark the mini to go back down the hill until all of the runners from the main race pass. And they told us that, but we didn't really know what we were looking for. And we were so happy to be at the top. And I was really preoccupied with bears. Because
they were all around us.
They were all around us, apparently. And I was listening for snorting. And we were doing
that was me.
We were doing our bear calls every 5 minutes, which, whatever, you're supposed to. We had bear spray. But nevertheless, we managed to add 3K to our 10K run/hike.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a bad 1K and a K and a half down steep, and then had to come back all the way back up.
Very, very, very steep.
Yes.
Yeah. So we definitely got a taste of what this race is all about, and huge props to anyone who runs this race. It's very technical, challenging, but unbelievably beautiful.
Nevertheless, we were there to be the MCs for the Meet the Minotaur, and we met 6 guests for the very first time that were on our podcast over the years.
That's right. Of course, the race director, Andrew Fairhurst, who we interviewed, and his wife, who we met for the first time, Erin. So that was awesome. We also met Brian Gallant from Sinister Sports. Who else, Norm?
Ethan Peters, Kat Drew, Joanna Ford, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a very funny introduction to Joanna. The night before the race, we were parking at our accommodations and we saw a runner come around the corner. We're like, hey, are you running in the race tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, I'm just doing a shakeout run. Oh, that's so awesome. So awesome. And then I don't remember exactly how it came about, but
she goes, you know, I was on your podcast, right? And it's like, what?
Norm and I looked at each other like, oh my gosh. And the reason we did not recognize wonderful Joanna is she's quite tall in person.
Yes.
And it's very deceiving on Zoom what people look like in real life.
Yeah.
So Joanna did awesome at the race as well. And of course we met
Jackson Cole, who came in second. He is always podiums there. We had him on the podcast before the race and we met him for the first time.
What a great guy.
Right. So this podcast today is about all of our pre-race interviews that we chatted with and post-racers that came across the finish line. And I put the mic right in their face and said, so how was it when you looked at the Minotaur right in the eyes?
Well, and we didn't get as many interviews as we would have liked because, of course, our MC duties came first.
Right.
But we definitely would like to continue either emceeing or showing up at races and interviewing athletes because it's
a lot of fun.
So much fun.
So this is what this podcast is about, all our interviews that we had. So please enjoy.
It's Jodi from the GottaRunPodcast. I'm here with
Emma Cook-Clarke.
And where are you from, Emma?
I live in Canmore, Alberta.
So this is almost your backyard.
It is. It's so close to home. I love it. I left home this morning. It's so convenient. Most races are far across the world. It takes like over a day to get there. It's perfect.
And you're running the full Minitaur?
I am. That's the plan.
Yeah. And I believe that you are a champion of this race from a couple of years back?
Yeah, 2 years back, I finished first, and then last year was second.
Okay. So what are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
I think just getting out and being in this amazing terrain. It's really mountainous and special. It feels like you're out pretty much, in the wild. So that being in a race is pretty cool.
Since you've run this race a couple of times, do you have any words of wisdom for your fellow runners?
Yeah, I'd say just take it easy. It's a long race, and that last 10 kilometers of kind of rolling terrain and then flat, it feels quite long. By that point, you're tired and hot. So just take it easy and try and have a good time.
Oh, wish you the best tomorrow. We'll be at the finish line waiting for you.
Hey, I will see you there eagerly.
Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, that's a really hard question.
So many to choose from.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. I like a vanilla with caramel bits in it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Great. Thank you.
All the best.
Thanks.
It's Jodi from GottaRun, and I'm here with...
Yeah, my name is Amir Ahmad Begi from Vancouver.
From Vancouver. Where are you from originally?
Yeah, I'm from Iran.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I moved to Vancouver.
When did you move?
Yeah, almost 8 months ago.
8 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you loving the mountains out here?
Yeah.
Have you run this race before?
No, it's my first time, and I had a lot of competition. I did a lot of competition, but I never seen like this. Yeah.
What distance are you running?
33 kilometers with 2,900 meters elevation gain.
So what attracted you to this area to come and do this race? What was it that you saw in the race description, or what was it that made you want to come?
Yeah, I try in uphill not to more push.
Okay.
And save my energy and my quads for down here. Yeah. But actually last year I had ACL surgery in my left knee.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm back after almost 1 year after ACL surgery, and I'm really ready and I feel very, very good.
Amazing. Well, we'll wish you luck on Saturday.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, my ace chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
And pistachio.
And pistachio. Yeah. Very good. Well, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Jodi from the GottaRunPodcast, and I'm here with
Emily.
And where are you from, Emily?
I grew up in rural Alberta, but I live in Calgary.
Okay, so have you run this race before?
No, I did the mini last year, so doing the full this year.
So you're stepping it up a notch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited. So
What's brought you back to this race?
just to have something to train for. It's a beautiful course, so very excited for that, and just to push myself and see where we can go.
Awesome.
So yeah.
What are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
The scenery, definitely, and I think just like the technical rocky bits, honestly, like the scrambling.
Shoe shredder?
Yeah. Give me some scree.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, it looks like the weather's shaping up to be a beautiful day.
Thankfully, we drove through a huge hailstorm. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure you stop and enjoy the views.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
I'm gonna take pictures. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll be wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh my goodness. That's hard. Can't go wrong with anything from Made by Marcus.
Oh.
The sea salts caramel.
Oh,
milk.
yum.
Delicious.
Sounds awesome.
Good.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, wishing you the best. We'll see you at the finish line.
Okay. Thank
Cheers. It's Jodi from the GottaRunPodcast. I'm here with
Arthur.
And where are you from, Arthur?
I'm from Belgium.
Ah, and I believe you're the first Belgian to ever run this race.
So I've been told. Exciting. So even if I'm slow, I'll get the fastest Belgian time.
There we go.
Which is nice.
What are you most looking forward to on this course tomorrow?
The experience and kind of the mental effort of just going through it.
Yeah.
And finishing it.
And finishing.
Yeah.
How much vert is there in Belgium for training?
None. The highest point in Belgium is just below 700 meters.
Okay.
So that's why I'm in Canada and I train in Canada.
All right. You've been here a little while training, have you?
7 months.
Oh,
train for a little bit.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Hopefully.
Well, we wish you luck tomorrow. Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Classic vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
That's good. All right. Well, we wish you luck. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Okay. Bye-bye. It's Jodi from GottaRunPodcast. I'm here with
Erin Doucette.
And where are you from, Erin?
Toronto.
Ooh,
But there aren't mountains.
Yes. And obviously by your bib, you're running the 10K on Saturday.
Yes.
Is this your first time?
Second time.
Ooh. So what brings you back to Crowsnest Pass?
It's beautiful and challenging and amazing. And yeah, and maybe one day I'll do the full, but this is good enough. So yeah, excited to be back here. Yeah, had a great time last year.
Oh, that's great. So tell us of what you do in Toronto. I understand you're part of a few different trail initiatives.
Yeah. So I am a lead with Toronto Trail Runners, and I lead the Tuesday group. So we run 5 to 7K, conversational pace. I'm also part of another group called the Trail Collective. And the focus of Trail Collective is to create space for people who are newer to trail running to really focus on inclusion in trail running and to make it a more accessible sport. We know the sport is growing. People want to try trail running. So it's nice to have a more gentle, accessible launching pad. And then, if they want to join other clubs, then there you go.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to on Saturday?
Oh, getting to the top and saying I did it and then throwing myself back down that mountain. But I'm looking forward to the views from the top for sure. Yeah.
Well, we did it today and it was pretty spectacular. So we understand why you're back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We'll be wishing you well on Saturday.
Thank you.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, favorite ice cream flavor. These days I'm really digging like a good strawberry.
Ooh.
You know, it's kind of jammy and you get little chunks of strawberry. Yeah.
You're the second strawberry answer today.
Hey, yeah. So maybe I'll hit some of that up post-race.
There, I think you'll have earned it for sure.
For sure.
Okay, well, best of luck.
Thanks, Jodi.
Thanks, Erin. It's Jodi from the Gotta Run podcast. I'm here with
Brenton.
And where are you from, Brenton?
I live in Whistler, BC.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from the East Coast in Nova Scotia.
What brought you to BC?
Just the call of the mountains.
Yeah.
Just exploring and trail running and everything. Yeah.
So you're signed up for the full Minitaur tomorrow. How are you feeling?
Bit nervous, but I'm just out here to have a good time and enjoy the views and push my limits. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. What are you most looking forward to on course tomorrow?
Just to share quite a cool experience with many other trail runners and get to see the Rockies again. I always loved running the Rockies. So
yeah. What's the longest distance you've raced before this?
Be about 60 kilometer.
Okay.
Yeah. Back here at ultra format.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's going to be kind of the time range of what a 60K would be on a normal trail.
Yeah, but just to handle all that vertical up and down is what I'm worried about. But it should be really fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll be cheering you on at the finish line. Okay. Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Shout out to Portrait Ice Cream Baron, peanut butter parfait, chocolate peanut butter parfait. Yeah.
It sounds delicious. Yeah. All right. All the best.
Thank you.
Jodi from Gotta Run Podcast, and I'm here with...
This is Leila Turk from Iran, but I live in Vancouver. I arrived in Vancouver 1 year ago.
Wow, very nice. Yeah. And what distance are you running on Saturday?
10 kilometer and 1,000 elevation.
Yes.
And it was amazing. The first time in my life in sky running.
Yes.
But a little bit small sky running. But I participate in a lot of races, ultra running, but in the trail, not the sky.
Not the sky.
Yeah.
So what brings you to this race?
Oh, never give up. My word all of the time, never give up and keep going, because this is my word in my life. I had open heart surgery last year.
Wow.
After 16 months. I started to the sky running and I passed several races before 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer and 21 kilometer in BMO marathon.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big challenge.
Yeah.
You're going to be testing your heart for sure on Saturday.
My heart is help me every time. I'm still alive because of running, actually. This is my big reason in my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We'll be cheering you on Saturday. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
A strawberry.
Ooh, very good. Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, it's Jodi from the Gotta Run podcast, and I'm here with
Vincent Coubert.
And where are you from?
Hamilton, Ontario.
And what brings you to the Minitaur?
This is my third year in a row. I'm a Merrill ambassador, and just one day for fun, I posted up my stories about the SkyRun race. I'm like, this is so cool. I wish I can do this, one day. And then Meryl got me in and did the 10K mini tour. Loved it. We don't have this train back in Ontario.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So it was like we don't have the elevation terrain. I never knew what scree was. It snowed the day before. I'm like, it's end of June. What's going on over
here? Right.
So we came with 4 people. And then the second year, I was like, I'm gonna try the Sky Run.
Yeah.
We ended up bringing about 9 people.
Wow.
Last year, it was this year coming back. I was like, the 10K is great. You know what? It's Canada's hardest 10K.
Absolutely. We can attest to that.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for. This year is just to enjoy the 10K, the company. The directors are amazing with us.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best race I've ever been into.
Awesome.
I know there's lots in Quebec, but everyone's going to come try this out at least once. And I'm going to more or less guarantee you're going to get hooked. You're gonna get hooked.
And how many people are with you this year, Vince?
I believe we have 13.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, we'll be wishing you well on Saturday. We'll be at the finish line cheering you on. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, man. So I have a special ice cream.
Okay.
So I'm an exact nutrition runner as well.
Oh, yes.
So what I do, I take the coconut chocolate protein bar and I crush it.
Ooh.
And I put it over top of chocolate peanut butter ice cream.
You should be the official recipe maker for Exact. That sounds pretty awesome. I hope Exact's listening right now. We'll have to tag them. All right. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Jodi from GottaRunPodcast, and I'm here with
Susan Lowe-Wild.
And where are you from, Susan?
I'm from Blairmore.
You are from Blairmore. And what race are you running on Saturday?
Minotaur SkyRace.
You're doing the full 33.5K.
Yes.
And I believe this is the first time running because
in previous years I was working as one of the race directors.
That's right.
So I know that running this course will be a lot easier than being a race director, and I'm going with that.
I think I would agree with
you. It's quite a course. So yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to on Saturday?
I'm most looking forward to being on the course with other people.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
It's going to be really special to not just hear the stories after the fact, but to be out there,
be part of it,
witnessing and being part of it. And one of my roles in previous years was being responsible for the aid stations.
Right.
And so writing out the instructions and organizing everything. So I think it's going to be really interesting to experience the aid stations as a racer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Any words of advice for your fellow racers who haven't run this course before?
Yes, I think it's really important to know how long this course is in terms of time.
Right.
So the distance is, it's long enough, but it's really like running a long, super challenge, 50, 60K ultra, I would say.
Right.
And so there's 3 big climbs, 3 climbs that are almost 1,000 meters at a time. And so it's really important to go slow for the first one, especially.
Pace yourself.
Yeah. So I use the mantra, calm, confident, crush it. So I'm going to stay calm until what did I decide? I keep changing it, but definitely to the first aid station. And then for the loop, which is another big climb out on quite a technical ridge, to be confident. And then the third climb, when you leave the second aid station, is really, really steep. And then you're at least a half an hour on a very technical ridge.
Right.
So it's really important that third aid station to pick up enough water and fuel and really have your wits about you when you get to the top of that third climb, so that when you're on that technical ridge, you're not, bonky or dizzy or So that's just really important.
Well, that's great advice.
It's also really far from the second aid station to the third,
right?
So to pick up enough water and fuel. Yeah.
Well, that's great advice.
Yeah. Hopefully I can follow it.
We'll be cheering you on Saturday.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're both here. It's really a pleasure to meet you, and I really look forward to seeing you when I cross the finish line.
We're going to be giving you a giant hug because we're so excited for you.
I'll take it. Thank you.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite is anything with coffee in it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so espresso or coffee.
Okay, very good. All right, good luck, Susan.
Will you have a cone for me?
Maybe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Jackson. You and me, buddy. I'm going to stay with you for 30 seconds.
I mean, sometimes.
Let's go, Lee. Oh, Emma. Come on, Emma, you and me, let's go. Is this a 5K race?
I made that joke last year.
Gotta run all the way from Ontario.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Saw you at Sulphur.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Woo! Have a good day out there.
Hey, cheers.
Prepare yourself for the shoe shredder. He added more rocks this year.
More rock.
More rocks, more rocks. You signed up for this. Enjoy every moment.
Yeah. Smiling now, checking out later.
Yeah. Before and after pictures.
Yeah.
Love the before picture. I can't wait to see the after.
It'll be the same. It'll be the same.
Okay. 5K straight up. 5K straight up.
Let's go.
This is the easy one. The easy one. Time to introduce myself. I'm Norm from the GottaRunPodcast. Yeah. Your MC for today.
Following us?
I think this is as far as I'm going to go. But I'd love to hear stories at the end. Come and say hi at the end. I want to hear how your day went. All right.
Well, we went to this race and we stood in line.
The Gotta Run podcast is waiting for you at the end. I'd love to hear your stories. Come and say hi at the tent. I got a nice free flask for you. Love to hear all your stories. Good luck out there.
So it was awesome. It was a lot of varied terrain. I mean, I was having fun up that first hill, but then up on the ridge was spectacular. Some of those little bit exposed sections. The rock, because I'm from Alaska, we definitely have different rock. This was a little bit adapting to get used to. I hadn't been on the course at all. I got in yesterday and was like, I'm gonna go up Turtle Mountain. I'm gonna do something different instead. So it was fun to just kind of get to experience it every piece at a time. And Jackson and I had a really good race. We were together up to Bluff Mountain, and then he charged away from me on the downhill. I caught him going up the Minitaur, put a little bit on him. He caught me through the shoe shredder. Then we were kind of at the aid station together. I put some time on him up the third climb to South Peak. And then I was running scared all the way down. I was hoping I put a little bit of fatigue in his legs, and it seemed to work out.
Of course, remember that for next year, for the training harder for that section.
Yeah, definitely. There's always the last descent always gets me, and this year I think I had my strongest last 10K of the 3 years that I've done this now. So yeah, just always try to get fitter, more hours and vertical and training. That's what I've been doing. So next year I'll take 10 more minutes off my time.
You know, I got to tell you a couple of weeks ago, and he said he'd like to come back here with you guys how the motive is. What is next for you, Sarah?
Actually be off to Peru, which will be a pretty remote place as well. So I'm really stoked for that race. That's I think 2 weeks from now.
It was about
So what was your first thoughts out there? How was the course?
gnarly. Gnarly. It was a battle.
Will you be back next year?
Maybe even train a little harder.
Now you're from Saskatchewan, right? So how do you practice or train on hills?
I think that's more elevation than I had in all my training runs put together. You run out of air. Ran out of water a lot, yeah.
Well, we'll see you next year, right?
Thanks, man.
Okay, cheers. Yeah. How was the...
Horrible. Worst day of my life.
No, come on now. You're still smiling.
I know.
What does that tell you? Was that your first time meeting the Minotaur?
Yes.
Will you be back next year?
No.
Well,
ask me tomorrow.
Yeah, ask you tomorrow. You'll sign up. I'll see you here next year.
All right.
Say congrats to you. How was it out there?
Oh, unbelievable course. Beautiful day. Hot and sunny. You know,
dry trails, as good as you could ask for.
Was that the first time running the Minotaur?
First time.
Will you be back next year now?
Absolutely.
All right. See you next year.
See you.
Still smiling, eh?
That's great.
So what-
so much.
So what do you think of the course?
You get your money's worth. I'm pretty sure it was awesome.
Will you see here next year?
Oh yeah, I'll be back. That was really, really fun. Nothing like it.
All right.
It's Jodi from the GottaRunPodcast, and I'm here with.
Mihailo Radovan.
And you ran the 33.5K Minitaur race today. How did it go?
Ran well, but I have to say my watch said 35, so I don't know who's wrong.
Where are you from?
I'm from Montenegro.
From Montenegro. Wow. There's some spectacular races out that part of the world too. Have you raced in Montenegro before?
Yes, last summer we had the European Championships. We hosted. Next weekend, actually, Montenegro is hosting the World Junior Championships, and there's a representative from Canada.
Oh, amazing.
So that's someone to cheer for.
Excellent. How long have you been trail running?
A couple of years. I got some friends from back in Montenegro got me involved, inspired me. They started when they were my age, 44, 45, and now they're competing in the World Championships for Montenegro. So
it's never too late to start, is it?
Exactly, yeah.
So tell us about your race today. How spectacular were the views up there?
The views were spectacular if you can catch your breath to actually have a look, but it was beautiful. It was a really brutal race, very tough, and the heat was definitely a factor after 10.
Right.
So,
and what about that shoe shredder? Is it accurately described?
it is, but luckily for me, I'm kind of much better in downhills. So
very good.
I think I did the shoe shredder in about 5 minutes. I skied down it.
That's the best way to do it.
But the uphills were very challenging.
Very steep, from what I understand.
Yeah, the one from aid station 2 to checkpoint 3, I think that's, what is it, about 900 and something meters in 1.5K. That's the third uphill in the race, so that's brutal. It's hard.
So will you be back next year?
I will try. I definitely like this area, and great tough race, part of the Sky World Series, so it's great to be part of it.
What's next for you?
Next weekend at Montenegro Junior Championships. I'm flying down there in a few days.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to be I'm not a junior, but I'm going to be in the open race. So.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ice cream flavor? I think I've started to like lemon flavor because my daughter really likes it. So I've been eating it as of late. So
very good.
Lemon.
And pick a superpower that you'd like to have.
To run as fast as some of these elite athletes.
I know.
I don't understand how they do it in this time, but yeah.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure to be part of this event.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Jodi from the GottaRunPodcast. I'm here with Andrew Fairhurst, the race director from Meet the Minotaur. We're about 15 hours post-race. How are you feeling today?
You know what? I'm feeling maybe a little bit emotionally drained. It was such a long day yesterday, watching all of the runners accomplish their goals and get across the finish line and run through the mountains of the Crowsnest Pass. But super, super rewarding day. But there is a little bit of a crash at the end of it all. You're just like, okay, we did it. It's done. We can take a deep breath. And so really good feeling. I can't say I slept a lot last night, but I did wake up this morning saying like, wow, I feel really good about what we did yesterday.
Amazing. And there were a lot of different countries, states, and provinces represented. I believe that's increased over last year.
It certainly has. Yeah, we had almost every Canadian province represented at the start line, over 30% of the American states, and 17 different countries from around the world were sending their best athletes to participate in the Minotaur SkyRace, which is so incredible to see. It really is.
Yeah, that's amazing. And can you speak to some of the course records that were broken yesterday?
Yeah, we had like course records on our Minitaur 10K, the hardest 10K in Canada. Both men's and women's records were cracked. And then the Minotaur SkyRace, Emma Cook-Clarke just laid down such an impressive day and amazing race, breaking the course record by just over 10 or just under 10 minutes, it's incredible. Like when you know the caliber of the athletes that are laying down year after year, and for someone to come in and break a course record is just like, it blows your mind. It's just like, what's the limit? Where will it end?
Are you already starting to think of ways to make improvements for next year?
Yeah, I think it's natural. Just as as a business owner, you're always thinking like, okay, what can we do better and everything like that. But I'll admit, I probably won't start thinking about it as soon as tomorrow because we still got some cleanup to do and get things out of the flagging taken down and all the infrastructure out of the checkpoints and aid stations. But it'll be next week that we're scratching our heads and taking some feedback from people that were out on the course, our volunteers, and putting that planning into next year for sure.
And how about those volunteers? We heard a lot of people come across the finish line that's saying how grateful they were to your volunteers.
Yeah, honestly, I cannot thank our volunteers enough. It's incredible. We have over 100 volunteers on the whole entire race course, the start and finish line area.
Yeah.
Some of them were putting in really long shifts. Some that are starting as early as 2:00 in the morning to get up high in the mountains into checkpoints or pre-run the course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so good to be a part of a great community that people just want to get involved and be a part of it all.
Well, that speaks a lot to you and Aaron and your organization skills and your passion for the sport.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Andrew. Get some rest.
I will. It's Gotta Run Racing. I want to say thank you so very much for coming out and helping us MC the event. You guys are incredible people, and make sure you guys are watching our podcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's all our pre and post race interviews that we had at Meet the Minotaur. Of course, it wasn't as much as we would like to because we were busy with our MC duties, but it's just a taste of what to expect when you meet the Minotaur.
Well, speaking of that, you can now watch the virtual video of you and I attempting the 10K, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny, but definitely this is a race that if you love running in the mountains, you definitely need to check it out. It's part of the SkyRunner Series. It's only one of 2 in North America. And I know they're already planning for next year. Andrew and Aaron did a fabulous job this year. The weather was on their side, even though it didn't start out that way earlier in the week, but they pulled it out and everyone had a fabulous time by all accounts.
Yes, and treat this 35K-ish race like you would an ultra because you may be out there for a good 6 to 10 hours. I know the last person came in just under 12 hours.
Right.
So that's incredible. The fact that this is going to be a long day for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. And until next time.
Cheers.
Bye.